Welcome to HowToEngineering. This is the AMD Ryzen 1700 unboxing and build log. Read the full article at HowToEngineering.com. Here is the box as it came in the mail. Mail. By the way, we did purchase all this with our own money. Removing some bubbles.
Bubbles!
And woo-wee! Check out all that awesome, sweet hardware! Yeah! Right here's some G-Skill Ripjaws V-Series, 16 gigabytes. Toshiba OCZ RD400 256 gigabyte SSD. The AMD Ryzen 1700x 8-core 3.4 gigahertz processor. This thing can turbo up to 3.8 gigahertz. Check out this BioStar X370 GT5 AM4 motherboard. Uses DDR4 memory. It's the G-Skill Ripjaws V-Series 16GB 2x 8GB Radeon RX 480 G1 Gaming 4GB video card. Here is the Toshiba OCZ RD400 M.2 256GB. Here is a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo heatsink. Now this is not exactly made for the Ryzen, but I made it work. Windows 10 Pro 64-bit to make it all work. And crazy, the CD keys on a scratcher. Now onto the computer build. Check it out. Here's my case. It's an old Antic 900. Right now I'm putting in the back plate. Always remember to put it in the right way and remove the little pieces blocking it. So that's in. Now I want to make sure all the risers are in the proper locations, unbolt them and move them around and all that. Make sure everything's supported so when I push in memory, connectors, cards, everything, it doesn't bend and break my board, or nothing is shorted out by spacers in the wrong locations. So now is the time to mount the CPU heatsink bracket on the rear of the motherboard. I started off by removing the plastic brackets that came from the stock motherboard. Here's the CPU, which I'm installing without touching it. Put a little thermal compound on there, and CPU looks pretty good mounted on there. But of course, the bolts that came with the heatsink do not fit the bracket that's underneath the motherboard. Wah wah wah. Start all over. Of course, this one does not fit the one that came with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo, so I had to cut the tabs to be able to mount it. Now this is not perfect, but it did work in this case, and it hopefully will work until I can find an appropriate bracket or they release an update. Of course, it took a little minute to bolt everything in nice and tight and everything nice and straight. Make sure nothing's shorting out. Clean off all the thermal compound. And there we go, new thermal compound. The Arctic Silver stuff, good stuff. And now it's bolted down, just snug. Doing it diagonally so everything's nice and even. I mount the fan on and I noticed the other fan needs to be switched.
Because RGB.
One fan is RGB. So that they can blow in the right direction. I want the heat going from the bottom of the case to the top of the case, while also getting the heat from the front of the case to the back of the case. So all the fans go diagonally. So now that that mess is all straight, now let's screw in this motherboard. You screw here, and a screw there, and a screw here, and oh, I blocked the camera. Screw here, and a screw there. Okay, well, the motherboard's almost done. Come on, tighten them all down. Okay, there we go. So now I plug in the case so that I have a ground to hold on to, so that while installing the memory, of course, I keep my hand touching the case or I lean on it with my elbow, and that discharges me of static electricity so I can install memory, the SSD, this thing I'm putting in right now. I put a little double stick thing on the back. It came with it to keep it from shorting, I guess, or something. I don't know. So now I'm running all the power cords from my old power supply, which I used just for testing this first run, ran it through the back of the case and started connecting everything up. And of course you saw me take a quick photo. That's for the website HowToEngineering.com, where I write articles and use photos and write with a lot more detail. Now I'm connecting the drives, hard drives, CD drives, all that kind of junk to power, and I can easily add it to the computer on with some SATA cables. Here's the video card, which I removed the back plates, put the card in, screw the card in, and now the power cord. Fish it through the back and plug it right in. There we go. Yeah, tuck it in a little bit and tighten it down a little bit better. Make sure everything's good. Start connecting hard drives. SATA wires. Chicken butt, chicken butt, chicken butt. Check that out, check that out. I'm doing something. Now here's the front audio and USB connections. I'm routing the cables through the back of the case into the front, connected to the motherboard. Of course, always consult your manual on how to connect these, where to connect these, and all such information. Of course, that's the motherboard manual. So, all the front case buttons. Now to power it on! Oh, but wait, there's more. Check out these fabulous new upgrades. We got some Corsair Vengeance LPX 16GB kit. Here's a Thermaltake Smart M Series 750 watt modular power supply. Awesome, awesome power supply. So far it's been running great, 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 and comes with plenty of cords, accessories, and all sorts of crap. Boop. Oop, did I just say that? Oh no. Yep, and it even came with a handy carry bag for all these little cords that you're probably not going to use all of them. That's the point of modular, right? Pro tip number 1. Anti-static wrist straps are very important for preventing ESD discharge. Whenever you touch anything, you can zap it. Zap, zap, zap! That's not good for those tiny, tiny wires inside of things, so ground yourself. Pro tip number 2. Assemble on a workbench first to make sure everything works. Be a pain in the eye. Oh, I shouldn't say that on YouTube. It's a pain in the butt to build this whole thing in a case and have it not work. So if it works, put it all in a case and let's power the sucker up. These final moments are breathtaking, heart-pounding moments, waiting for this PC to freaking boot. Hurry up, come on. Ah, yes, it worked. Yay! Woohoo! Let's party! Woo! It works! Uh-oh. So let's check out the BIOS here. Some 3.4 gigahertz. Sweet! So be sure to subscribe, like, and follow. Or, of course, leave a comment down below.